Okay, what we're doing here is trying to set up the different items that we're selling and manufacturing here at Rech Inventors on eBay. And in the process of doing that, we want to not only have the ad and the display pictures, but down in the description area, we want to incorporate pictures down there, which we've achieved, and have more detailed information on the products. But at the same time, we want to be able to put some short videos down there showing the product being used in some different environments and so forth, circumstances. So that's what we're trying to do now, is figure out how to get the videos embedded or attached or somehow linked, whatever you want to call it, to our description when you go to eBay and pull up our item there. We're also going to be doing some of the same stuff on our website with the products there. The whole idea of this is part of the marketing process, where we're trying to get more information so that when we do bring people to the website, we can give them all the possible information they need to know to make a decision as to whether or not they want to purchase a product. So that's what we're working on, and that's what we had some other people working toward until everybody's bailed on us, I guess. So it's left up to Tanner and myself to figure out these things. I figure out the important part, which is what I want to have on there. Tanner does the easy part of figuring out how to make it happen. Yeah. Just kidding. It's turning out that that can be a pretty difficult part, especially when you've never done it before. But he's going to be leaving here with a degree in eBay economics. Yeah. So far, everything he's tried to achieve, he's been able to accomplish. And he won't stop here. If you tell me it can't be done, what am I going to say?
Oh, if you had $1 million.
Yes, could you figure out a way to do it? And yeah, so there's always a way to accomplish something. We'll figure it out here.
Yeah.
But that's what's going on. And while I'm here, I'll show you a few more things. Of course, you can see this whole area looks pretty rough, but we know what we're doing here as we're assembling these different parts and doing the wiring and so forth on them. And over here, we've got a little photo area set up with some of our lights and so forth, where we can photograph the items that we're going to be putting on the website and on eBay, and eventually probably back into the Amazon store. Amazon is so complicated. We find it's a lot easier to put stuff on eBay and also on our website. But anyone that's trying to sell products online knows that when you sell them on a platform like eBay or Amazon, you're having to pay pretty hefty fees. And when you sell them on your own website, you're saving a lot of money there because you're not having to pay those high fees. You're having to pay some for PayPal to handle the financial transactions. You're having to pay some to companies like Shippo that generates your shipping labels that you can print on your thermal printer. There's a lot of work. So for the two of us, what we're doing, we work on this a little bit. We're doing the photos, getting the products in, doing descriptions. We're using AI to redo do our descriptions and stuff, reword them and everything, so they're a lot more informative and professional sounding. We're going to be using some speech software so that when we do have audio with some of the videos or some of the products, that audio will be voices electronically generated. There's a product called Speechola that I have that does a real good job. It sounds like real people talking, but they talk a lot better and sound a little more interesting than my voice by far. And so we're doing all of that sort of thing. We're also going to be using AI for some of the photography, where we take pictures of certain products and we give them different backgrounds. It makes them look like they're in different parts of the country or the world, and that's going to be interesting, and we'll be showing some of that when we do it. But a lot of it just boils down to the nuts and bolts of trying different things. For example, on this particular unit here, this is the unit, the actual battery backup switching unit that connects to your printer. And this particular cable, these 4 wires, are the 4 wires that go into the power supply on the printer, which would be this power supply here. And we're going to be showing in more detail how easy it is to hook one of these up. Then we have 2 connectors here that connect to your battery power. This unit is set up so that it can sit on the table right beside your printer and work, and you can switch it and monitor voltage and current. Or you can use T-nuts, and you have 2 holes here where you could mount it to this track like so, or you have 2 more on the side so you can mount it in this fashion, or you have some magnets here so you can just stick it to the metal part of the printer here with those magnets. The magnets I don't like too much. They aren't sticking really good. I'll probably have to add some more if I use that, but as you can see, they do stick, but it can slide. So I think we're going to get rid of that and just print it smooth side. We'll still have the ability to use the nuts in 2 different positions to attach it to the printers that have these frames with these tracks on them and so forth. And then what we'll do is I'm going to get some Velcro strips and put them on here so that you can attach them to different printers, and you can attach them to aluminum or something where the magnets won't work with the aluminum, and just stick it on there, and then you can peel the Velcro off to get it off. But these are things that we have to be able to do short videos on, instructions for showing people how to hook these up and connect them. It's a real simple operation, and we have to go through trial and error figuring out different ways to mount this thing. So I think we've about got that figured out now. We figured out how to put a protective cover on these wires going to the printer, and a strain relief so they won't pull loose inside. And we've changed this a little bit. As you can see, we have these same 2 connectors on the red and black wire, and we have a red and black wire coming from the battery. But what we've changed on that, to make sure that people don't get them confused, we're using a spade type connector for the black wire and a round type plug connector for the positive from the battery. That's just one more way that we can prevent someone from making a mistake and getting the polarity wrong. So it's a constant thing. Every time we look at this thing, I seem to come up with a better way to improve something or make it a little more foolproof. And that's what we did with the installation going into the printer, by getting it down to a minimum of 4 wires. So all you have to do is go in and loosen 4 wires on your power supply terminal and slip those connecting wires underneath that. And I'll pull out a power supply up here. It's just like this right here. It's going to be very simple, and of course we'll be doing a video in the next few days. We're going to bring over, this one's already wired, and you can see it's exposed because we've been testing it. Right now you can see that the light's on the relay. The printer's on, it's powered up, it's in standby mode, but as long as the printer is powered up, this relay is activated. So what I wanted to do was run this relay, not run it. What I wanted to do was have this relay energized for a long period of time, simulating the time that this printer could be running under normal AC power, and just see how warm it gets, because it will generate some heat, and I can feel it, and it's been on since we've been down here today, and I can feel it, and it's warm. It's not hot, but it's warm, and that's to be expected with that coil in there consistently having 110 volts AC go through it and hold it in the on position. Now, if you look at the box has NTI printed on the back of it, and on top there are 2 slots. Okay, the reason for that is not to advertise NTI, but I needed some ventilation in there. Anytime you have something generating heat, if you have some holes where air can come in and holes at the top where air can flow out, hot air can flow out, you'll get some airflow through that, and it will keep that heat from continuously building up in there. So that's why the box has these slots and the NTI cut through the bottom. It's for ventilation, but a little advertising doesn't help at the same time. Okay, coming back around here, Tanner, I've given him plenty of time now to solve this problem.
Plenty of time.
So
I just have it to where there's a thumbnail, and to where when you click the thumbnail, it takes you to the video.
Okay, can we see it?
And then it takes you here. But there's no way of playing it through the description with this type of
The thumbnail's
code.
in the description?
Yeah, the thumbnail, and then once you click the thumbnail, it takes you to the actual video.
And then can you back up and go back to the eBay?
From the video?
Yes.
No, because once you click it, it doesn't close the eBay page. It just opens a new link. So the eBay's still open right here. It just opens a separate thing for the video.
Okay, and then after you watch the video, you're saying you can or can't go back to where you were in eBay?
You can, you just have to go back to the link, or the page, because it doesn't close.
Just do a back arrow up here, right?
No.
Oh, that won't take you back?
Because when you click this, it opens it in a new window.
So you have to close that window, and that'll take you back?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
But I don't know if there's any way of having a video player inside the description. I don't know how to do that.
He doesn't know how to do it. But today he had Taco Bell, and that's been a little while ago. so the brain cells aren't quite aligned. However, Monday, I'm going to take him to Chick-fil-A. And Chick-fil-A will get those brain cells working. He'll come in here, and he'll probably have it figured out in about the first 20 minutes. It's all about brain cells.
I know. Well, I've been on these eBay forums where people are asking for help, and I haven't gotten much help. So.
But we know it can be done because
Yeah.
we've seen it over here on the other computer. So, it's going to take a little longer to figure out, but it'll be worth it in the long run because we'll be able to produce much better ads. And that's the whole thing I was talking about a minute ago. The pictures, the products, the descriptions, the advertising. We've got to use every tool in our toolbox and AI and anything else so that when we do get them to come to our products on our website or on eBay, they'll be able to see a very good description of the product. It will be inviting, it will be interesting. They'll go on down and be able to see some short video clips of the different products and how they're working and operating. And I think if you have some real good marketing information there, then you can draw people in and sell your product. And that's what we want to do. The whole marketing aspect of this business has been zero marketing because we don't want people necessarily coming to our website because we don't feel that the products are going to sell themselves the way they're initially represented with just a picture of the product up there and a little couple lines of description. So when we get through here and get all of these items in a format intended to market the product, then we'll go out and figure out the next step, which is how do we attract 20,000 or 100,000 people to our website? Well, it's probably going to be through different types of social media advertising and different posts. And I don't even know what it's going to be. I'm going to rely on Tanner to figure most of that out. But we'll go out there and we'll put this information out there, get people interested enough to click on a button that will send them to our website or send them to our products on eBay, and then hopefully we'll be able to generate some sales. Well, while you're working on that, I'm going to go next door and check on our printers. We've got a few things running over there I need to check on. Oh, while we're at it, we're out in our shop area here where we do some stuff, and you notice now there's plenty of light because we installed some new lights up here. We're going to put some more up, but now I can come over here, pull out my tool drawers, and be able to see what's in the drawers, find our tools and so forth. So, very good on the lighting. By the way, these lights, these LED lights, 4-foot strips, I purchased 10 of these for $79 on eBay. 4 of them are up here, and we're getting ready to put about 4 more up because you can see my larger lights up here were blown out during an electrical event. And these put out so much more light and draw a lot less power. thought I'd show you that because it does help having light out here compared to what we had before. Now, over here on the other side, as you can see, we've got these lights up here. I'm going to take these out and put 4 more of those like we have out there in this area right here, and a couple more back there in the back. We've got another computer set up over here. This computer is one that I used to use for video editing, and it still has some video editing software and so forth on it, but we're going to use it over here for a few different things. And let's see, okay, we're just about to finish. These are the boxes that we're printing for the battery backup. Printing 2 of them there, and of course 2 more over here. This is one of the ones that we printed that has the holes for the magnets. These that we're printing right now on these 2 printers do not have the holes for the magnets. They are printing just basically the boxes that will have the Velcro. And then over here we're printing some of our lap diners. These are some of the parts for the lap diner. And we are continuously printing these parts. As you can see, we've got several built up here. And we'll take these next door. After they're printed, we'll assemble them next door. I'm going to cut this air conditioner off over here. We have one of these mini split air conditioners on both sides, and it keeps it pretty cool over here. Of course, in the print room there, it gets pretty warm. You can see here, this is one of the video editors that has yours truly. The unique thing about this device is that it is... And that's one of the videos that I did a long time ago. In this video, I did this one years ago. Keep the music out of it but it was called Flying High. And it was my grandson's. That is Tanner that we just saw next door when he was much younger. And our other grandson, Corbin. And I did this video for them. This is their father, Rick, my younger son. And we were going flying. And as you can see here, anyway, there we are getting ready to take off. There's the controls of the airplane. But anyway, we've got a lot of work to do over here. Getting these lights in over here will help a whole lot. Go back next door and see how Tanner's coming along. Yeah, that one's almost finished. No, it still has ways to go yet. These 2 parts right here take 21 hours and 3 minutes to print these 2 parts. That's another reason for our battery backup system. We had some severe thunderstorms a while ago. Fortunately, we didn't lose any power here. But if we had, we would have lost that particular print job. So as soon as we get through with our prototype testing and everything, we'll move this cabinet. And we're going to put a little stand down here and have 4 of the Marine 1000 amp Marine batteries sitting down here in series parallel, generating 24 volts. It'll go right through the wall there. We'll drill a little hole. And then on the other side, we'll have our main power distribution panel for the battery backup system. And then we'll have wires from that going to about 6 or 8 different printers over there that we'll be connecting. This is what the main power unit will look like. And then each printer will have one of these units. Anytime that printer is turned on, it has battery backup capability. And then what we're going to hope for is a power outage. We can justify all of the work and time and effort that we put into this battery backup system. And in addition to that, we'll be able to show other people how it saved our butt during a power failure and how it might be able to do the same for them. So until the next time, happy printing from Rech Inventors.